It's not equal.
In a day-to-day life, there's not much of discrimination or girls have to do this, guys have to do this.
Well, I couldn't wear a red and white scarf. There are certain things men can do that women can't do here.
Oh my God, this episode was frustrating. Really frustrating. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. Anyway, hey there, thanks for stopping by. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos and leave a like and a comment. So in this episode, I'll be reviewing Love Without Borders, season 1, episode 6. Oh my God, Girlin is getting on my nerves between Girlin, Brian, and Aaron. I don't even know where to start. Anyway, so I'll review the couples and we'll see how it goes. So Brian and Donna, it's a continuation of their conversation whereby Brian said he wasn't attracted to Donna, and somehow his lack of attraction only raised its head when she talked about her age. I think had she not told him about her age, he would have got to the extent of proposing, but then chances are he would have withdrawn the proposal as soon as he found out she was 38. I wish she was honest with her and just told her, unfortunately, these are my goals. I want to marry someone, I want to date someone for 2 years, then get married and have children. With your age, I don't see this happening. So, as much as I'm attracted to you, unfortunately, I have to take a step back. I don't know what it's the producers that keep pushing him to keep going on or whatever. You can tell Donna's checked out, or she's starting to check out. I know they met up with his sister Lorna, and so the sister was having a conversation with Brian, sort of explaining, and Brian was telling her, she's not my type. You know my type, and it's like your type don't want you. At your age, your type would have married you. The reason they haven't married you is because they don't like you. You've been matched with someone, give that person an opportunity and see how things go. And this is exactly the same advice that his sister gave him, that, you need to stop being judgmental and you need to open up and sort of be open to Donna and see how far this thing can go. And so they did go back to their apartment. They still continued the same conversation. It's becoming boring. It's becoming same old, same old. And so Donna, I think, is starting to check out, and I think Brian could see that she was starting to check out, and this is why he sort of tried to sort of pretend to open up and say, "Oh, I want us to try our best to see if we can make things work." Because Donna is saying, the other day you were all over me. I had to step away for us to not do anything. And suddenly you're saying you're not physically attracted to me. I don't get it. Make it make sense. And I feel for her, really. I know she keeps going on about, oh, I got rid of everything to come here. And it's like, I said this before, she didn't need to get rid of her van. She didn't need to get rid of anything. She could have parked it. Unless her brother lives in a place where she's not able to park it. But her dad seems to have a very big place. She could have parked it at her dad's. So I don't know why she needed to get rid of everything without confirmation that this was going to work, because now she has no home to go to. She has nothing to go back to. It's really sad. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Um, and then Aaron and Mil. Well, I really like Mule. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Mule, I think is they pronounce it. I really like him. He let it be, they traveled to go and meet his family with Aaron, and they were playing games in the car. And I said this before, that Mule is very caring and very patient. And I think Aaron is now taking advantage of that. And if he's not careful, Mule is going to shut down, because they went to see Mule's family, and on the way they were playing games. Mule was very light-hearted about it. He went on about, if talking about himself. They were talking about pageants, and then Aaron started talking about himself and how he wanted to go into IT and this, that, and the other. And Mule was like, okay, you've discussed your work life, but what about relationship wise? And he was like, well, I haven't yet come to a conclusion of that. I haven't yet. And it's like, you traveled halfway around the world to live with someone for 90 days or however long you're living with them. What do you mean you haven't thought about that? And Mueller already slipped that, let it be known that they were intimate. So he as well was upset. And you could see his patience is wearing thin, because he doesn't get why, after being patient, being loving, being caring, giving Aaron all the space he needed, Aaron still continues to behave or say things. I don't know whether he's embarrassed or what he's so secretive about. Because when Aaron sat with Mule's family, he did talk, we do get along, but we're not yet, physically attracted to one another. And it's like, and Mule was upset because he said, how can he say that when we were intimate? So we hooked up, and now he's telling my family something totally different. I didn't like that. I think in their car drive, because they drove for at least 2 hours, they should have had this conversation of what they were going to say to his family, what he was going to say to Mule's family, and sort of come to an agreement. Because he tried to make out that, oh, I don't want to tell them every nitty gritty of what's going on, but still, you need to take into consideration the other person's feelings, and not only that, you need to take into consideration his family's feelings, because you are discussing their relative with them. So he then slept. Aaron then slept on the chair, and Mule slept in the bed. And Mule was just like, I don't get why he's doing this, because we've already been intimate. So I don't get. Aaron is self sabotaging. When he goes back home, he's going to regret the opportunity that he missed, because when his family get to see who he was matched with and how loving and caring that person was, and they actually have a conversation, or people that are familiar with him have a conversation with him, he's going to regret this opportunity that he wasted. Because I always had a feeling that they would make the best couple. Anyway, from there, we go on to Carmen and Philip. They seem to be in a happy place anyway for now, because there was the blow up with Carmen complaining about Philip having posted those videos on his Instagram account and refusing to give her his Instagram account. So Carmen's sister comes to visit. They seem happy. He's obviously, he knew, he was bound to know that, because that's Carmen's twin sister, so they're going to tell each other everything that's going on. He did try to make it, a good first impression by putting on this outfit. I think that either Carmen got him or whatever, and they sat down and had a conversation. And I think everybody was not clear with the family member about their plans, because I think family wants to know, you've traveled around the world to be with my relative. What is your plan? Do you see a future with my relative, or do you think this is just a couple of 90 days and then off you go? So he did try to sort of be very positive about Carmen. Oh, she's very good looking. She's a princess. She's this, that, and the other. They had a conversation about where they saw the relationship go. His trousers split. Shame. But Carmen and Philip, for me, are just the couple that's there for drama. I think they just match them for drama. I don't think they match them. He did talk about, oh, she's hardworking, she's this, that, and the other, but I think they're just there for drama. I don't really see them as a lasting couple. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And then Naim and Chandra. Naim and Chandra are another couple who are just there for drama. I think they need to separate them now, because um obviously last time Chandra went to Thanksgiving with the family and left Naim. Naim then went and was, and I said this, that he's flirting and saying all these things. I don't think this is a good idea. Anyway, this time they decided to go to a club, and Chandra got her ex-boyfriend to come and take them. And it's like, why would you need your ex-boyfriend to be your Uber? Have you already moved on? I think Chandra was having relations, or whatever she was having with her ex-boyfriend before Naeem arrived. And I think when Naeem arrived and she realized that no, he wasn't it, she went back to her ex-boyfriend, because when they went to the club, she was busy bumping and grinding with her ex-boyfriend, and Naeem had to leave. And so for me, it's a no. I wish they gave them a sort of a halfway period whereby they asked them that, do you still want to continue? Is this the end? And if someone said this, no, this is it for me, then the person can go, because you can tell. Because after that, Naeem went and slept at the hotel, and then came back the following morning, and they had a conversation. And for me, it's like, it's a no. The moment she withdrew her invitation to his parents' Thanksgiving is the moment production should have packed and went home, because now she's using this just for publicity, just so she can, get a social media presence, she can get deals and stuff. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything more to that relationship. And I think Naeem is doing the same thing. I wish they could just break them up and keep it moving, because I don't see anything anymore. And then Shreya and Galam. Shreya, for me, even the the matchmaker was pissed off with her, because I don't think this was the show for her. I think she should have gone to counseling. I'm not a mental health practitioner. I'm not a therapist, but I'm just saying she should have gone to see someone first before she signed up for this show. They went on the double dates in the previous episode. She fell out with Shreya because she said that he why were you speaking up on my behalf? I can speak for myself. And it's like, be grateful that at least he's trying to speak up for you. Someone else would have just asked you to either keep quiet or they would have just ignored you. But he gave you the opportunity to speak for yourself. And when he saw that you were becoming overwhelmed, he tried to pacify his friends. Apparently, they went back to the flat that time and they fought. So then she decided to go and get. Then there was another incident that they fought again because she felt that the she had been reading up about the United Arab Emirates, and she realized that women don't have as much sort of um they're not treated as equals, and that hurt her feelings that Shreya didn't seem to acknowledge that. And it's like, what has that got to do with your relationship? If you wanted someone to debate topics like that and whatever, you could have gone on social media, found someone, found some sort of, group or whatever, and had those conversations, been an activist. Instead of you're in a relation, you're trying to build a relationship with someone, and all you're fighting about is women's rights. Why are you on the show about dating when all you're interested about is women's rights? So she fell out with him about the fact that, she felt she had read somewhere that women weren't seen as equals in the UAE, and he felt his mother and sister had the same opportunities as he had had. So after that, she decided to get Christmas decorations and came back and decorated the place and then invited his family. And I think his family didn't want to say anything in front of the cameras, but I think it's either Shreya told his family before they came, or as soon as they left, they phoned him and asked him what's going on, and he told them what was happening. And I am surprised he still hasn't checked out. He's got the patience of a saint because I, at this point, would have checked out because I think Girlum is too much. I don't think this is the show for her. They brought in the expert because she asked for the expert. And even the expert was frustrated because she was saying, oh, I was talking to him and I was trying to explain to him that women don't get the same rights. I grew up, and she started talking about, her. I grew up, I think she said, in India or Pakistan, and women didn't have the same rights. And it's like, that has nothing to do with why you are in Dubai. You are in Dubai to find a match. Focus on that. If you want to become an activist and fight for women to get the same rights as men, that's something totally different. This has nothing to do with the relationship you're trying to build. And the expert was trying to say the same thing, and it's just like, I said it before. They need to give them a halfway mark where they ask them, do you still want to do this or do you want to go? And people can then opt out because otherwise, I don't see why Gollum is still there. And I don't see why this young man is having to continue to put up and try and be patient with this young lady because she's not in it. Anyway, I digress. Thanks, guys, for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye, everyone.